Hey, it's Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
Welcome to our podcast where we discuss pickup, game, relationships.
And sex.
Girls will play dumb.
Yes,
Is
they
the
will.
title. And this is an interesting contrast because a lot of what I put out there to kind of help guys get over their fear of approaching them, like girls get lost in their own town.
Yeah.
They curb their car. They can't parallel park. They can't go out after dark. There's so many limited things.
Yeah.
But when we talk about raw intelligence, quite often the girl is smarter than the guy.
Often, yes, 1,000%.
Yeah. We definitely know the education, the formal education has exceeded. But you will see a lot of girls with master's degrees, PhD, doctors, with guys that are they just don't have that horsepower.
Yeah.
You know? So when does a girl dumb it down? And let's go all the way to the beginning. When does she recognize, like when she starts talking to a guy, that okay, I need to hold back?
I think that our default setting, short of women who genuinely kind of, and it's usually from a vindictive place, enjoy putting men in their places. So that girl's not going to do it.
Right.
But that girl's, like I said, she's damaged. She's vindictive for a reason. She wasn't born that way.
Right.
But girls learn, and it's not even something we talk about. We learn early, like elementary school, junior high, high school. We start not dumbing down for grades necessarily, but we dumb down for guys early. And it's not even dependent on the man in front of them oftentimes. I mean, if it's a professor that you have a crush on, absolutely you don't want to dumb it down. You want to be adorable and cute, but you don't want to look like an idiot. You know, you don't want to be the dunce of the class. But for most men, at every age and stage, you know, girls know that playing dumb gets them a lot further than being clearly more intelligent than the man in front of her, the boy in front of her.
Well, I could see where this would start even like in elementary school.
Yeah.
Because boys can barely sit in class.
Yeah.
And girls tend to be rule followers.
Yes.
And even the more rebellious ones, they're not that way when they're like under like sixth grade, fifth grade.
Yeah.
And I can actually see it in my mind's eye what you're describing. Girls, they follow the rules and turn their work in, and the idea of like being late with an assignment is like not on their radar.
No.
No.
There's a reason that when the teacher leaves the classroom, she leaves a girl in charge.
That's funny.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. But I would say at the grown-up level, out on dates, yes, girls want to have compelling conversation. They say that they want to have someone to, have deep conversations with and be able to discuss books and discuss documentaries and discuss podcasts and things of that nature. But in the end, what really attracts us is as much the opposite of that. And so we learn real quickly by just the conversation that you hold, by the questions that you ask, what kind of your level of intelligence is. You can also, that's the difference too. Guys can pick up a waitress or an attorney, and they may actually be the same level of intelligence. Where girls can tell very quickly by what the man's profession is and what his career path and aspirations are as to his level of intelligence.
Yeah.
Guys tend to go to the top end of what they're capable of. And women, not so much. There are a lot of stay-at-home moms who have master's and PhD, level degrees. It happens all the time, especially in, upper echelon communities. There are a lot of those women.
Yeah.
And so women understand probably before they even meet up with you for that first drink, they know probably what they're looking at as far as your intelligence level goes. And then they play according to that.
Yeah. And what's interesting is, just like Bunny says, and I know this from what we, coach guys, is no matter how smart the girl is, no matter her title, no matter her professional standing, when they get in front of you, you just treat them like a girl.
Yes.
They want to turn that off.
Yeah.
It's not their natural state to be calling the shots.
Yeah. And I mean, we have done a podcast on even the bossiest boss babes of them all want to be, tossed around, and they want you to lead. They want to just be able to follow what you tell. They don't want to make any more decisions today. That's on you. And
it's funny because I think a lot of guys, at least initially, if they don't know women that well, or they're still just building up their experience, they defer.
Absolutely.
They're like, well, she knows what she's talking about. She's a financial analyst, or but she doesn't want to do. She doesn't want it.
Yeah.
It's just something. A lot of women, it's something they do till they get married.
It's true.
And
a lot of women also, as far as the career stuff goes, a lot of women even today go into career paths based on what their father or their parents have guided them into. Yeah. It's not that it's their passion. It's not that they're excited about it. She's a CPA because that's what she was brought up to become.
Her dad's a CPA. 9 times out of 10, you talk to him, and it's mom or dad was in that profession.
Exactly. So, make no mistake, where a man will oftentimes go towards his, highest profession that he can within the interest that he has. And yes, they all turn into a slog. It's still a job at the end of the day. Very few of us genuinely, day in and day out, are excited about what we're doing after doing it for 20, 30, 40 years. But women are very much directed by what society thinks they should do, what their parents think they should do, what their grandparents were willing to pay for them to go to college to study. Whatever it is, girls have a lot more people pulling at their strings. So therefore, we have to dumb it down. We don't want to talk about our CPA job. We want to talk about, what we had for breakfast that day and what our kids are doing, or whatever the case may be. But we're going to dumb it down because we like to be girly, and girly girls are not braggers about our intelligence. We're, we like to kind of play silly and coy, and we find that it gets us what we want a lot more than degrees and intellectual sparring.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's good.
Hey, did you ever, when you were running rotations and dating a lot, like in your grown-up years, not before you were married necessarily, but how many, because you dated a lot of intelligent women.
Right.
How many of them did you sit down with and think, this girl can't get out of her own head?
You mean like they were super smart, or just not very smart at all?
No, I'm saying she's intelligent, but she didn't seem to want to just be a girl.
Pretty rare.
Exactly.
Very rare.
And you, like I say, you dated a lot of smart, career women, nurses, professionals.
As soon as you start, you don't ask them about their career in the first place.
No.
You know what I mean? They don't want to talk about it.
No.
You show some interest, let them state what they do, and then you change the subject.
Well, in likelihood, you already know because it was on their profile.
Yeah, exactly. But not having them go down that path in the first place and just treating them like a girl.
Yeah.
And when you start teasing them, they realize what's happening. You would almost see like a realization that they would go, oh, this guy's messing with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they can relax and laugh and have fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's that was the big thing, was just kind of getting them over that hump.
Yeah.
You know, I would say I didn't, but again, girls that chose me kind of knew what they were getting into. Wouldn't you agree? You know, I mean, he's they weren't sitting across from a super serious guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But mostly it's girls that are locked in they're corporate girls or in a heavy duty profession. Man, they just don't want to make any decisions. They just want to have fun.
They just want to have fun.
Girls just want to have fun.
They're out on these dates not to continue the seriousness of their day. They've gotten their asses handed to them at work. They've got a kid who's sick or has been in trouble at school or an ex that's driving her absolutely nuts and challenging every decision she makes and making her life miserable. Whatever it is, girls already lead boring, dull, stress-filled lives because on their own, we do not handle stress well. Therefore, they just want to be girly and dumb it down and relax with you.
And have fun. I mean, that's really ridiculously simple.
It's that simple.
And if you can provide that,
yeah,
they'll go along.
But this is why, the actual point of this podcast, this is why girls do dumb it down, because we just want to have fun with you.
Yeah. To reinforce the point, contrast any time you've heard a guy that doesn't know any better or they just want to exercise their intellect and they'll be debating with the woman.
Yes.
Going back and forth about, and she's just miserable.
Uh-huh.
You know, she may be in it to win it, but he's not fucking her.
No, he's not fucking her.
No, it's got to be a 180 after that. So if you never go down that path,
yeah,
and it's not even an option, everyone benefits.
Yeah.
You know, that is your exact opposite. Is anything serious? That's why I tell guys, don't worry about her politics, don't worry about her musical taste, don't worry about any of that stuff, because once you start sleeping with her and she starts chasing you,
yeah,
she will change her views to match yours.
Absolutely. We change our music, we change our views, we change our hobbies, we change what we enjoy doing as dates, we change what we enjoy doing even in our own downtime.
It's crazy, but
it's true. It all changes.
Yeah. So that's the real deal.
Yeah. If you like this podcast, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have questions about this kind of topic, a great book to choose of mine is What Women Really Want. It's going to really drills down what she says she wants versus what is the truth behind her words and behind her actions. So I think it's a really useful book. It's a quick read. It's pretty light, but it holds a lot of great information. So I would appreciate it if you picked that up. We want you to win. Bye.